and welcome to the February 2018 Northwest Market Update. 2018 is kicking off as more of the same. In a recent training I put on, I explained to a group of brokers how in King County, at the end of September, there were nearly 3,700 homes available on the market. And in just 90 days, that number fell by 65% to a paltry 1,300 homes. I've been saying for a while that 2018 will be the year that tide turns. Not dramatically, but think of it like two intersecting lines. As the Fed raises rates this year, they've indicated that they will do it 3 more times, just like last year, a buyer's buying power will decline as a result. That will put downward pressure on prices and on the volume of homes going under contract. At the same time, the other line, which represents inventory, will be rising. We're simply in such a deficit that it will literally take years to get back to anywhere near what we would call balanced. So we're going to be in a seller's market for a while. Let's analyze the numbers. In January, we put 6,805 new listings on the market. This represents a 4.6% gain from January 2017. Unfortunately, in that same period, we sold 7,820, so inventory shrank about 1,015 homes. In King County, however, the number of new listings outgained pending sales for the first time since September. This is a good trend and also shows that sellers are moving to the market faster than the traditional March swoon. The overall shortage of inventory is driving more and more buyers to consider condo living. This has caused 2 things to happen. One, the median price of condos in Snohomish County has risen 25.5% and 22.6% in King County. And the other thing to happen is that we have 10 days of inventory in King County. The good news is that at last week's Federal Open Market Committee meeting, the Fed decided to hold rates steady and not raise them, as they had indicated they would do 3 times this year. So we won't have that downward pressure on home values until at least the next Fed meeting on March 20th and 21st. In more good news, the months of inventory figure rose from 1.12 to 1.51 months, and in King County it rose from 2 weeks to 0.92 months, nearly doubling. So what does all this mean for buyers and sellers? It means that if you're thinking about selling, sooner is better than later. Competing listings are low right now, but that's going to change in 2018. Rates are also going to rise, which will drive buying power lower, and everything points to get your home on the market now. We all know that spring is the selling season, but statistics for the last several years have proven that spring comes early for buyers. They wake up out of the stupor of the holidays and think, this is the year I'm going to buy. And since they have the MLS in their pocket, they start shopping. If you're thinking about buying, it is still fiercely competitive today, but that is going to improve in the coming weeks and months as these sellers heed my advice. In the meantime, you should do 2 things. Number 1, align yourself with a broker with experience. And if you can, find one like me that has a comprehensive off-market system to find properties that aren't even on the market yet. We sell literally dozens of homes every year that never get on the MLS or the internet. And number 2, get your financing locked down. Don't trust your guy or think, I'm gold-plated, that won't be an issue. Get it in writing before you even start looking. I've been a licensed loan officer since the 80s, and I can count on one hand how many buyers truly knew what was on their credit report. Now, you might be the exception, but in this sort of market, you still need a written pre-approval, not a pre-qual letter, to accompany any offer, or the seller won't even take your offer seriously. And sellers, price your home smart. We aren't just predicting a price. We have to set a list price that drives the highest sales price, and neither may have much to do with what the real market value is. It's a science, and we are scientists. Go to my website to learn more, realestateanswers.guru. You can also go there and request a free copy of my book, What Every Person Needs to Know About Selling a House. Have other questions for me? Comment, like, and subscribe below. You can also follow me on Twitter at @LaineAgent or on Instagram at Mr. Ed Laine. This is Ed Laine signing off, so make it a great day.